This is my 1982 Isuzu I-mark Veggie car. It was in good shape till I bumped a deer at about 15 miles per hour and lost my grill. The deer, of course, was fine, looked at me funny, and ran off in the woods. And as you can see, under the hood, everything is stock. I don't have any fancy heater whatnot stuff wrapped around my injection lines. There's the factory fuel filter and its line going to the injector pump. Here is my supply of fuel. I strain it through a filter before I pump it into the jugs, and it goes into my 55-gallon drum here, where I mix a ratio of kerosene, a little of this and a little of that. Let it sit for a week. That way I can drain off the water from that bottom line. And then this other line, a safe way from the bottom, goes through a pump and a standard lowest micron water filter you can get for your house. 149,728 miles. It had 128 something on it when I got it, so a little over 21,000 miles later, all of that mileage was made using the method I just described. And now we're going to crank it up from a cold start. I usually let the glow plug run a little bit longer than normal. She fires right up. So that's how you can save on fuel. No modifications to the car. It is an older, mechanically injected. I wouldn't try this on a computer controlled car. A little bit of handiwork with some plumbing, and that's all there is to it. The ratio I use varies depending on the weather. In colder climates or colder times of the year, I use a little bit more kerosene than normal, but usually it's about an 8-to-1 ratio. 8 gallons of Veggie oil, 1 gallon of kerosene, and use this in the highest allowable amount that it says on the container. So to all of y'all that put all this fancy dual tank system where you gotta remember to switch from one tank to the other and back before you shut it off and all that rigmarole, I ask, why? Just mix a little bit of kerosene with it, pour it in and go. And yes, to all of you die-hard biodiesel fans, I know that what I'm doing is not biodiesel, even though I got the sticker on my car. I liked it, and I intend on one day actually coming up with a true biodiesel conglomeration, but it just seems like too much trouble right now.